Good morning, everybody. It's Lorraine Alternative Homesteading on Saturday. And maybe this is the helicopter on its way back, because around 9:15 this morning, there was one that just flying right over my property. It looked like the Kentucky State Police. I was cleaning out the cat's building, and I hear this rumbling, and it was going from left to right. And now it's going back. So maybe it's just have a little tour of duty today. But thank you all for watching the re-uploaded video from 2022 June that I posted yesterday. Sort of like at the mention of a subscriber who said, this is a really good video for you to repost. It's got some good information about the program. And unbeknownst to me, after I watched the whole 43 minutes of it, I realized that not only did it explain the program, but it very clearly documented how beautiful my land and my property was just 2 years ago before I placed it on the market for sale. And then all hell broke loose. So you can clearly see how gorgeous the grass was, except for the holes that were pointed out that were deliberately done. You could see how beautiful my deck was, how clear it was, how clean it was. And you could see the furniture on the porch and the doghouse that was scratched, but that continued to be scratched and then damaged further, so that it's so difficult to clean now. You know how it is when you have something plastic, and you have deeply etched scratches, like over and over again. It's so hard to clean. It becomes almost impossible. And these criminals, the intel agencies, InfraGard, these retired military brats that hate women. They hate women. They can't show their faces because they're cowards. They creep around on the property. The one thing I have to say about my neighbors is that they'll show their faces once in a while. Every once in a while, they'll show their face. You'll hear their voice. They'll tell you who they are. But the creepers that are hiding in the dark, we all know who they are, right? The ex-military guys, the private contractors, the Freemasons. And yes, we have 3 of those lodges right here in my small little town of 793 people. We have 3. We didn't even have that many in New Jersey where I lived. I actually had to drive, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away to get to the first one. But not here in this little town. We've got 3 of them. So triple trouble, everything happens in 3s. Bad luck comes in 3s, right? And we've got a lot of bad luck here. So I'll show you something that's been happening now, again, ever since I placed my house on the property. It's not the first time we've had wind or rain or snow here, but this is again what they've done to my beautiful Chase Lounge. They first sliced it, then they sliced it down the middle. You can see here all these ripples here. And I'm leaving it here. This is evidence. Evidence, because the sheriff is going to have to send somebody over here. Probably is going to have to spend more than an hour and videotape all the stuff. Or unless I just give them the videotape and they can file a complaint for me for vandalism. Like this. This is in the cat's building. Or like this. So this is where the nails are. And then these criminals did this underneath the nail here. 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 They cut in here. And again, this is a custom built building I spent a lot of money on, built by Amish. You think the Amish do work like this? Nah, they don't. They don't do work like this. And I didn't spend, I think it was $23,000 on that building. That's without everything that's inside of it, and the electricity the ceiling fans, the linoleum, the underpinning there, the mini split, you know, all of the things that I put inside of that building to make it a livable space for the cats. I'm including additional insulation. So I'm going to say that that building altogether is close to $30,000 for the cats that they have totally destroyed. I haven't even shown you what they've done on the inside, but I can show you what they did in the corner here, and likely with a directed energy weapon. You see the dent up here? They actually did the same thing on my house. They dented it. They wanted to depreciate the value of the property. Here comes a loser. Right, there goes one of those losers. So yeah, you can clearly see what they've done to the grass here. And of course it's a little bit long, but here, this is the scorching. Let's see, let me show you. I don't have my coat on, so I'm a little bit cold. It was 20 degrees this morning. We're expecting a little bit more of a cold snap. What do we got? My shadow's in the way. I don't know if you can see it. But since I posted that video, people are getting a little pissed off. The powers that be are angry. You know why they're angry? Because the evidence is incontrovertible. You can actually even see in that video, if you slow it down, you have to slow it down and get to this area here. And you could see what they did. You have to zoom it in, slow it down, and you could see how they cut into this water, into this bank. Look. What happened to the grass? This is all deliberate to depreciate the value of the property and cause problems. Look at what they've done here. Look. And when the stupid insurance company was here, the insurance adjuster, who's 6'5", suddenly I've got a low battery. 6'5", he didn't stoop down and photograph it. From his huge high vantage, he stood like all the way up here and took the photo all the way up here so that you could not see the damage underneath. So that is also not an educational video about the program, about how the sheriffs are complicit, but I'm walking around the property and you can clearly see how beautiful the grass was, how nice everything was. And it's not that things weren't being vandalized then, but when I decided to move and list my house for sale, it amped up, I'm going to say 400%. 400% because they know I don't want to be here anymore. And I've been down this rodeo before. There's no cop that's going to buy my property. So, Sheriff, you can't have it. Unless you want to pay me rent. You know, the rent for your horses when you were trespassing my property and didn't pay me rent. Yeah, you're not getting my property. And if it doesn't sell, probably what I'll do is I'll just bring a whole bunch of targeted people over here to live. What do you say, guys? My property doesn't sell. If you've got an SUV that you need to park, come on down. I've got water, I've got electricity. You can put up solar panels, and we can fight these losers together. But hopefully I will be out of here within the next 6 months or 7 months or so. And if not, that's what my game plan will be. And we'll form our own army here against these losers and against this town, against Judge Gabbard, Ross Murray, the county lawyer who protects criminals, sheriff, all of them, right? But anyway, my birdies are foraging. I don't know how they're doing it because the ground is so hard. Look at them. They're so cute. But anyway, I'm freezing my butt off out here. Tonight, there will be a live. I'll have my live at 10 p.m., usually from 10 to 11:30, 12 p.m. Whatever topics you want to talk about, we will. I'll probably do some readings from books, as I usually do. We'll have a conversation, and just, it'll be our first live after the new year. So I hope to see you then, and I will talk to you then soon.